another episode of the Lone Recruiter Podcast. I'm your host, Brett Clemenson, and if you're a recruiter out on your own or just lacking general advice or mentorship, you've come to the right place. Our episodes are designed to give you the motivation, the strategies, and the support you need to become the very best lone recruiter. So join us, grab a delicious cup of coffee, and let's take your desk to another level. Now, today's episode is an absolute alert warning. Boop, 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 boop. Put this in your calendar. Easter is fast approaching. And why is this important to know? Because it's not just Easter this year. There's a real clusterfuck of holidays coming up, and it's going to affect your desk like nothing else. And if you're not aware of it, it's going to kick you in the face and you're not going to know what the hell happened and why. All right? So as this airs, it will be, I'm hoping, the 13th of March. So we are halfway through the week, which means you will have 2.5 weeks until Easter Good Friday, okay? Now, we all know what happens on public holidays, particularly around Christmas and around Easter, is it's a hard stop. 4 days off is a long time in corporate Australia, and you'll start seeing the psyche of candidates and clients feeding into that. We want to get these things done before Easter, whatever. Now, ordinarily, over the last few years, here's the double up. The Easter is normally sat inside the school holidays or coincided with the public school holiday system, which means that next 2 weeks is a bit of a tough time for recruiting because all your hiring managers go away, candidates go on holidays, everyone kind of takes the foot off the pedal. So if you haven't closed your deals out before Good Friday, you're going to start feeling like, there's usually a period there where it's a little bit soft on decisions and getting things moving. Now, the real challenge you have this year, and you probably already know this, but maybe you haven't thought enough on it, is that we have Good Friday on the 1st. Sorry, we have Good Friday, and we have Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday for Easter Monday. Then we actually have 2 more weeks of school. And then we get 2 weeks of school holidays. So this next 4 days for Easter, 2 weeks for school, 2 weeks. This next 5 weeks is going to suck. I'm sorry to say it. These next 5 weeks are going to be really tough because you're going to have pockets away, pockets not here, half in whole holiday mode, half in cruise mode, half just waiting to get to the school holidays. You and I both know if you've been around long enough, this is going to disrupt your market, okay? And I'd rather know that today and prepare for that. And if that doesn't motivate you to have a kick-ass day today and tomorrow and the next 2.5 weeks to close out as much as physically, humanly possible, then I don't know what will. And there is no saving you. But I would take this knowledge and I would apply it to today. And I'd be like, oh my God, Brett is right. You need to almost predict that April is going to be a very, very soft month. Okay? If you have a great month, good on you. Pat on the back, great. But let's plan to make sure that if April is as bad as Brett is predicting, and that the 4-day Easter holiday, the 2 weeks back at school, then the 2 weeks of school holidays after that, if that's going to be as bad as I think it's going to be, then let's bloody do something about it now. So if you've got targets for March that you want to hit, you sure as shit want to make sure that this week you've done all the generational activities for that. You have communicated with your clients that you want this done before Easter because Easter is coming up. And it's going to be, people change their minds over those breaks if they're not locked in and things like that. So you want to communicate with your clients that this problem's coming up and it's going to be a real problem for recruiting. So if you've got any needs that need closing off, are you on board with this time frame? And we all know our clients are half the problem when it comes to these holiday periods, but we need to talk to our clients and say to them, look, this is going to happen. It's going to be a problem for the candidate side because if they've got pressures now and they feel like they need to get a job, if they take time off, they feel relaxed and they come back to work, oh, it's not as bad as I remember because now they're not as stressed. So you will lose deals if you let deals, process over those holiday breaks. Always do. Those deals, like the likelihood of them happening, always diminish, significantly. So that is today's episode. It is short, sharp, and sweet. It is an absolute alert. 2.5 weeks to go until Easter, long weekend. But it's actually 2.5 weeks until you've got this 5-week period of shit show holiday mode from your clients and candidates, and it's going to affect your billing. So please buckle down, do all the right things now, work your butts off for the next 2.5 weeks, and then you can go and have la holiday with the rest of corporate Australia. But until then, you're going to sit down and you're going to grind it out and you're going to just absolutely make every single day better than the last, and you're going to get to Easter and you're going to be absolutely exhausted, but you're equally got to be pumped up because you succeeded because you listened to me and you're not stressed about April. That's all I have time for you today. If you got anything out of this episode, which you should have, please like it, share it, subscribe it. It helps us grow. I want more recruiters seeing this. We want to grow together. As always, have an amazing day and may all your deals come true.